What's up everybody, Reecius here from Frontline Gaming with another tips, tricks, and dirty tactics. These videos are all about improving your game at Warhammer 40K by showing you something simple that you can apply on the tabletop. Today we're going to talk about one that's actually fairly complex because it has so many different uses. It's a simple principle, but once you understand the way it works, you can use it. There's so many different ways. I'm sure there's ways we haven't even thought of yet. But it's called Slingshot Engage. And the basic underlying idea is to use a fast unit or a unit that's in a better position to drag another character, an independent character, into a combat that you would otherwise be unable to get into because of physical distance being too far away to actually make the charge. So we're going to show you how it's done, and then I'm sure you're going to be able to use this principle to come up with a million different ways to apply it, and then we'll go over some more of the different ways that you can use it after we show you how it's done. So without further ado, Slingshot Engage. Alright, so here we are with the setup. As you can see, we've got some Dastardly Chaos, Spawn, and good old Abaddon. And they are over facing across from some Orc knobs. Now, normally you would want Abaddon to get into combat with those guys because Abaddon will kill pretty much anything in close combat, not shocking. However, he is more than 18 inches away from the Orcs, so there is no way, even if you roll boxcars on your charge, that he could ever engage that unit. Luckily for him, his unlucky buddies that, while trying to become Demon Princes, turned into Spawn, are nearby. And he can join them in the movement phase, and they can dramatically increase his reach across the table. So I'm going to do a little shuffling around with the model so you see how this is done, and it will allow him to reach that unit of Orcs that he would otherwise not be able to do so. Forward, my minions! Abaddon makes his move. The Spawn, being beasts, can move 12, and using the rules for squad coherency, can conga line up the table. So as you can see, the assault that would have been mathematically impossible for Abaddon is now a certainty. Even with Overwatch, those Spawn are going to make that charge. And they're going to pull Abaddon along with them due to the 3-inch consolidation that happens at the beginning and the end of combat. And he'll get there and start tearing apart that unit. And it also keeps him safe from shooting. The other thing to note with this is that if a unit has fleet, they will not be able to use fleet if not every model in the unit has it. However, as you can see, it's a simple matter to make it into that combat. So here we'll show you what happens as they make their assault. And we're going to assume that they rolled a 7, which is the average on 2d6. So normally, Abaddon wouldn't have even been able to make that assault, but if we just made our initial assault moves, and then you do your 3-inch consolidation or your 3-inch pile-in at the beginning of combat, and now from over 20 inches away, Abaddon is actually in the combat, and he's going to do some work on those Orc boys. And then the Orcs are going to pile in their turn, and then probably get killed subsequently or run down in that combat. So I mean, that's the basic principle. It's very straightforward, as you can see, and there's actually a lot of applications for it. You can use this technique to start out a unit like Abaddon with Spawn to increase their reach. They run up the table and conga line back, and eventually reach out and touch one on turn 2, where Abaddon by himself on foot would normally not be able to make a charge until best case scenario turn 3. And you can also do it at various parts of the game to extend the reach of a unit or a character by joining them into another unit and using that unit to then stretch out in the movement phase and make an assault. It's a super useful, very simple tactic that can be applied in a multitude of ways. And there you go, Slingshot Engage. Hopefully it helps you to win some more games, unless you're playing me. Check us out, frontlinegaming.org. Daily blog, video battle reports, tactics articles, painting articles. We have a full-line paint studio. We sell tabletop gaming goodies at 20% off retail. And we're awesome, according to our mothers.